Welcome back to Open Line, talking about Tony Alamo and a new book, Whispering in the Daylight. We have with us Debby Schriver, who is the author of that, talking about the children who were part of that cult. Very interesting. Let's go to Hannah. Hello, Hannah.
Yes, sir.
Go right ahead. What's on your mind?
Well, whenever you were talking about Tony Alamo and his following, I am 58. I have lived in Nashville my whole life. And I remember whenever the store opened, Tony Alamo had a retail store on Broadway. Mm-hmm. And at the time, Broadway was a hot mess. It had lots of prostitutes down there and a lot of drinking. It was a very bad place to be at. And I was a teenager, and I knew whenever I saved my money to buy a cowgirl hat, that whenever I walked in the store with my cash in my hand, the place had scripture all over the wall. And I am a Christian. I believe in God. But there was something extremely troubling whenever you walked in the door to the retail store. And the people that worked there were very strange people. And I told my mom and dad what I had done, and they said, "Don't you ever go in that place again." And as a teenager, I listened to my parents.
Good
and I
for
never
you.
went in the place again.
Wow. There's so many people that have memories. Thank you, Hannah, for sharing that memory. And so he had this store. Would he sell?
He did.
You have an example of maybe something that would have been sold in the store.
This is actually a jacket that he had his followers make. He had many of them made. It's a blue. This one is a Beverly Hills. Kind of has the Beverly Hills back to it. It's all kind of glitter, bedazzled. And if you can see, I don't know if you can see the label, but it says Tony Alamo of Nashville Designs. And this is the kind of jacket that was sold. And he made many different versions, and he personalized them for the stars. So, and they can be found, they cost a lot of money now on eBay. And someone sent me this one anonymously. Mm-hmm. And I'm hoping to collect these jackets. This is my plug. I'm hoping to collect these jackets and auction them to provide funds for cult survivors, in particular for the children that made these jackets.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, let's go to Lucy. Hello, Lucy.
Well, hey, y'all.
Hello.
Hi.
What's on your mind, Lucy?
Well, first I want to welcome your guest to Nashville.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you know, America's the most educated country in the world, all right? Mm-hmm. And the easiest, the most susceptible people to cults are the educated. Right. Tony Alamo kind of belonged to the same school that Reverend Moon, the cult that harbored the Oklahoma City bomber there in Arkansas, that group, and a group down in Chile, this German guy named Paul Schaefer. They believed in that same kind of gospel. Now, Tony Alamo's home was in Oak Hill, if I remember correctly. And here back around 2000 or so, a lot of people in Brentwood were getting nervous because they were claiming that a cult was taking over the city government there, and everybody was saying it must be some more of Tony Alamo's people. There are quite a few people here that are still Tony Alamo followers. They used to have coffee out on the restaurant at Old Hickory Boulevard in I-40. They had a little coffee clutch there up to a few years ago. They've lived in Lakewood, they live in Mount Juliet, and they live Laverne, Smyrna, Murfreesboro. And Tony Alamo, his church was at the old Seventh-day Adventist church down there on 16th or 17th Avenue South. He kind of moved into that thing, and he was here before he made his presence known on Lower Broadway. And the lady brought up the prostitutes. I think upstairs was a Magic Fingers massage parlor, if I remember correctly.
Ha.
But the deal is, he was here. He knew Elvis. He had sat with Elvis out in California, because a lot of these groups, like the Family, there was a woman on Channel 4 today that did an interview with Megan Kelly. She was a member of the Family. They came out at the same time. Miss Howard, a member of the Grand Ole Opry, commented on these so-called Jesus freaks. We were overran with a lot of people here like that. We were coming out of the woodwork here with cults in the late 60s and the early 70s.
Here in Nashville, we had a lot of cults?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And here's the thing about Tony Alamo. I knew Tony Alamo's brother. I didn't know him. I was acquainted with him. All of us were, okay?
He was a DJ.
His brother lived here. His other brother was a police officer here, and he has nieces and nephews that live from Nashville down to Murfreesboro. So he's still quite here. And what I understand he did with a lot of his money is he took that money and put it into shell companies all over Nashville, all different types of small businesses and whatnot.
Okay, well, Lucy, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's fascinating.
Let me add what Lucy said. Cult leaders generally go for smart people. She's correct in that way. They want people who are going to recruit well for them and make money.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize he had all that family here. So there's a lot of family.
His brother actually was a DJ, a radio DJ here.
Mm-hmm. And it sounds like a police officer.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh. All right. So here's this jacket.
Yeah.
You were telling me about he loved his wife. You have something over here.
Oh, yeah.
About what is this? Is this a record album?
This is a record album that actually he recorded here in Nashville at Alamo Studios, Alamo Records. And the title of the album is Susan, I Adore You So Much It Hurts Me, Love Tony. And there's a picture of them. And this is with J.D. Sumner and the Stamps Quartet. And I'm sure those are names that are familiar to folks here in Nashville as well as other places. And they did appear. Susan had a TV show that aired from Nashville sometimes, from Arkansas sometimes. It was called Susan Speaks Out, and they would often appear on that show. And Tony would sing as well.
All right, we're going to take a break. Come back. Continue our discussion. I'll be back right after this.